for people to
sorry.
enter the room.
Sorry. I thought you said that I got only 2 minutes. Okay, sorry.
No. You have all the time that you need.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that you have enough of an audience of people that are
Understood.
listening in. So,
Lovely.
all right,
Thank you.
awesome. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So, hello, Marty. Hello, Justin. Hello, Empler. Hello, Cup of Coffee. Hello, Nainer. Hello, Jealous with a J. So good to have you guys here. It's very sunny here in Europe, so I hope that some folks are willing to take the time to come in and listen to the guys that are presenting their proposals here. Yeah, so we organize these weekly proposal AMAs with the goal of creating more visibility for the actual proposers. Hopefully, it will reach like a few comps that can then also decide if they think the proposal is a good idea and if they want to vote on it. It's also a great opportunity, I think, for the community to ask some questions about the actual proposal. Yeah, like I think thus far, I think the feedback has been positive. So like we would like to continue. Some additional feedback though that we received is that we are going to move this this session after today to Monday because some of the minor votes of some pools they actually close on Tuesday evening, I believe. So yeah, we just want to make sure that we give the different pools, like the different computers, this one extra day basically to think about how they would like to vote on each proposal. So moving forward, all the other events will move from Tuesday to Monday, but still at 3 p.m. UTC. All right, like I've been trying to talk as long as I can, to stretch it as long as I can. So Mark, I would like to give the mic to you. Folks, if you have questions, feel free to drop your questions here in the chat or in the AMA channel. But I think for now, also the chat will work. The session is also recorded. Go ahead, guys.
So I go?
Yeah, exactly. Mark, feel free to go ahead.
As I was saying, first of all, thank you to all the community for this opportunity to present a proposal that I believe that aligns deeply with the values of the community, which I guess are privacy or freedom and the financial sovereignty, that the crypto world gives us. So what I'm proposing is, let's say, not just a payment card. I call it as a declaration of autonomy, and we did it basically because there is a lot of interest into the communities of crypto. So we think that it might be a good fit for the community. It is called 451 Black as a reference to the HTTP status code for censorship due to legal reasons. The problem we are solving, let's say that today using our coins into the real world often means giving up everything, your identity, your privacy, and sometimes even control over your own funds, and especially in DAOs like this one, all the at the end of the day you receive the reward to contribute to a community. How is that reward taken into account into the regulations is always a tricky question for a lot of people. So most crypto cards out there, like Binance, Crypto.com, Wires, requires always full KYC and identity exposure or behavioral tracking or risk of account freeze with no recourse. And the question is, can we create a system that respects privacy without becoming illegal? The solution is a physical prepaid card backed by a licensed user, accessible through a non-custodial interface without invasive KYC, let's say. So when we say the invasive KYC, it means a name and a phone. And I say a name because you need to give a name because it is a mandatory field you need to enter when you are doing a purchase into into every single e-commerce you may have, but there is no check of that name or verification of the buyer, no, and also a phone because of strong customer authentication reasons. You need a phone to authenticate your purchasing. So users on board via a non-custodial web app. No, there is no check on the name or ID or address or passport. None of them are required. Uh, 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 then let's say that the fiat, or not the fiat, but yes, the fiat is loaded into the card. Okay, so there is no banks involved. There is just a bridge between Cubic and USDT, and then from USDT we pass it um, to the to the card. We don't we don't store any card data, so no PAN, no CVV. The process fiat or crypto is directly, and at the end of the day, is a modular system. No, it's built for resilience. So it is black label, physical or virtual cards, and and usable by this day or the community. Some questions that users may have is that what happened if I recharge my wallet and then I recharge the card from the wallet and then I want to do the reverse. We have prepared a system in which from the card to the wallet you can recharge it, okay, without charging any additional fee. So imagine you recharge your card with 100 USDT, passing into dollars is $100, and you want to have back those dollars into your wallet to have the let's say to be uh, more sure that the money is in an environment you control 100% because it's a self-custodial wallet. So you can do it on the back. What is provided is basically like a POS. So it is treated as if you are doing a purchase. So if you want to have back your money in your wallet, it is like you are doing a purchase from your card to your wallet, basically. About some things that I have seen during these days about PCI and so on. We designed for those who don't know the PCI. Uh, uh, PCI is the payment card industry regulation. Is the main institution that um, uh, yeah save the regulation of the card holders mainly, and but also about they control also about the POS environment, payment providers, and so on. So what we have done is we designed every component to stay compliant while minimizing exposure to the regulatory burden. No, so in this case there is no PAN or CVV is stored or processed by our system. The issue is fully PCI DSS level 1 compliant. Uh, our web app operates outside of PCI scope, so there is no scope to do it because for those who don't know as well, PCI always minimize a lot the requirements when you don't store the data, when you don't store the data of the cards. And we basically what we are is that we are the front end, not the bank, not the processor. We what we offer is autonomy legally and technically. And this isn't for whales only, no, it's for creators, for builders, for migrants, for developers, anyone who needs financial privacy. uh, Virtual card for freelancers or physical cards for uh, people excluded by traditional banks or not bankings, or this day, like this one, no. 451 is usable and it is not theoretical. Um, this card may not change the world, but it gives you a way to use your money, your way. So there is no forced ID scans, no intrusive surveillance, no dependency on centralized banks. Basically, what we think is this is sovereignty, in your pocket. So this is more or less the proposal. The rest of the details. I think they are well known. We are thinking in 3 different tiers, answering the willingness of the community, given all the feedback we have received. We have launched or we have created 3 tiers: the light tier, the platinum tier, and black tier, depending on the um, depending on the level of expense or level of card we may want. So the first 2 ones, the light and the platinum, are virtual cards, all of them tokenizable in Apple Pay or and Google Pay, and with a limit expenditure of 50K or 100K per month, depending if we are speaking about light or platinum. And then there is a physical card, okay, that is personalizable, okay, that is fully configurable, or the image of the card will be configurable. The other ones, the virtual, are not with any image into the card. There is no design on the card. And the physical one will require, let's say, what we call a soft KYC. Soft KYC requires always an ID, okay, but that ID won't be checked by anyone, let's say, and after 6 months the record of the data will be disappear from the database. Uh, the other ones, the virtual ones, just as I said at the very beginning, they only need a name, surname, and a phone, because for the reasons I have said. And this is basically the proposal of the cards. On the part of the funds we are asking for is basically to enroll and to pay the fees we have with the providers, and to build the bridge. The rest of the costs will be covered by us. No, we are not asking from anyone to cover any more costs on the proposal. And just one thing I forgot to mention, that it has been also a part of the discussion during these days, is about the fees. The fees are only from passing the money from the wallet to the card. So we are speaking about different fees depending on the level of the cards. And as you all have the access to the proposal, you can see the details of the fees in the proposal. So more or less, this is what we have. I don't know, because I don't see the chat yet. I don't know if we have more questions, or if we have questions. Yeah, I'm seeing that we have questions.
Yeah, no worries. I will help you with the questions. But first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to to come to the community, and I think also discuss these proposals on Discord. It's not native, right, to everyone, so I really appreciate you taking the extra mile and also coming here to discuss your proposal with the community. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think one question is, need to scroll up. Let's see. That's a question that I actually already answered. So this is a question from
these nuts, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Liquidity pools, probably USDC, too big for an passive income. I don't get very well the question. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
but,
I think it's a question. I think it's a question for basically for the project, not specifically, for you. So it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So are cash withdrawals, possible at ATMs, and like what's the limit, and are there fees? Like, would it be possible if you have the physical card, for example?
A physical card, yes. Sorry, I didn't get you very well, Talent.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Tell me.
Yeah. So his question is, are cash withdrawals possible at ATMs? And if so, what's the limit, and what are the fees?
Yeah. In the case of the physical, it is possible. In the case of the virtual, it is not possible. In the case of the virtual, the only limit is the limit that the ATM providers have depending on the ATM. Some ATMs doesn't allow you to withdraw more than $1,000. Some of them only 500, depending on the limits of the ATM. And then about the fees, depending also the fees on the ATM. So we don't have fees, or we don't earn money, let's say, for withdrawal. We only participate from the fees from passing the money from the wallet to the card. So there is where our story, let's say, as a company ends. The rest of the fees are always managed by the issuers and by the PSPs, or by the different different providers. It's the same as, for instance, the card are issued in US dollars. So if you are paying in euros, or in dirhams, or in dollars from Hong Kong, or something like that, there is a forex exchange, a money exchange, okay, and we don't participate in there. So you will receive by PCI regulation an advertisement, or an alert, or a warning in the POS, in the terminal payment you are paying with, in which you will see if you want to pay. They are allowing you to pay in US dollars, or in the local money, in the local currency. If you choose to pay in the local currency, it will be Visa who will do the forex exchange, or the currency exchange, and it is basically unknown by the cardholder how will be the total amount, because the fees applied by Visa are mostly unknown sometimes. And the other one, which is to pay in US dollars, which is the currency where the card is issued, you will see exactly how much you are going to pay in US dollars, or how much you are going to be deducted on your card. So these are the fees we have. But about ATMs, I think more or less is solved. No, the question.
Good. Okay. There's another question from these nuts, and also from UTT, who's asking, will there be cashback or rewards or other special benefits for getting a card from you guys?
Not yet, because we are in a initial stage of this for us wonderful adventure. But we may work on that for sure, and it will be always limited. As you may know, we are speaking about non KYC. So when there is non KYC, the quantity or the amount of partnerships you may reach are always very limited. But this is our goal. Let's say we would like to have this kind of cashbacks or rewards, or let's say 451 points. No, that can be exchangeable by, I don't know, mileage with the airlines, or these kind of things. But not yet. We are not yet. We are in an initial stage of our adventure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's another question from Retro Drive, who's asking, how reliable is the whole system, and also what bank is basically helping you issue the card?
We cannot say who are our providers, because basically we need to protect our business, and we don't want anyone to jump over our business. So our provider, we can tell you that is from Hong Kong, okay, but this is the maximum we can tell you about. We cannot tell the name, and obviously I know also the concerns about okay, if you don't say the name, how we can rely on you, and it is a normal question. But obviously in this kind of business, we need to protect ourselves, okay, and we would like to be, let's say, as transparent as we can, but respecting always that we have created something that may work, okay, with you, and but not creating the right scenario to be jump over.
Yeah, exactly. I understand. Hey, so maybe you could also explain to to the audience, perhaps, like, from maybe so maybe if, also from your experience, like, what are like the typical customers that you would have, right? That basically take those cards, and perhaps also who are the customers that don't appreciate this.
Okay, what we have seen, so far, is people who basically have a lot of money or have an amount of money that are, let's say, flying under the radar, and they want to have a real usage of the of the of the money, and the majority of them, they are trying to convert it into legal, and I'm very transparent, and sorry if someone says that it is a tricky question, but I want to be very, very, very transparent with this. The majority of people who is using these kind of cards is using it in gambling, to make it legal, to then be able to send it to their bank accounts or legal bank accounts or traditional bank accounts. And but also there are a lot of people that is using for current spends like groceries, airlines, travels, and so on. And as far as I know, I only have seen one real non KYC program, and I have tested that program, and the program I have tested by myself, and it is working. And we are doing basically the same. So we are competition of the program we have seen, and we have tested in so many cases. We have made an expenditure of 15K at once. We have used it in different airlines. We have used it in hospitality. We have used it in gambling. We have used it in traditional and physical payment terminals. And in all the situations, the payment work smoothly and without any problem. So this is more or less the usage the uses we have seen.
Yeah. I mean, I know people actually in my surrounding that are using non-KYC cards, and I think like for folks that like that way of spending their money, I think it's a real outlook. It's probably not for everyone, like from my point of view, but for folks that do really appreciate privacy and would like to stay off the grid, I think it's a pretty good solution. All right, there have been some other questions again from Retro. I'm just going to go down, guys.
There's a question from Sirt, about the mechanism to
Yeah.
ensure that the user deposit funds remain secure. So first of all the users will have their own wallet. We don't touch the funds, we don't control the funds, and that wallet it has a seed phrase. Enter into your wallet using your own password and your own credentials. We don't touch in there. We don't want to be there. Basically, we don't want to touch the funds. And then about the reliability of the holder of the card or the issuer of the card. They are compliant with Visa. They are compliant with Visa. And they need to be compliant with Visa. If you're compliant with Visa, you need to be, let's say, secure enough. If you're not secure enough, you cannot be compliant with Visa. Obviously, there is capital requisitions that they have, but we don't have that capital requisitions because we are not the user, nor the holding funds or something like that. So at the end of the day, what we rely on this issue is that they are compliant with Visa, and in that case, for us, is enough to say that they are secure enough for the funds. And the second question about the wallets, as it is a self-custodial wallet, we don't control it, and we think the people is protected with this kind of configuration.
Good. All right, that's answered. If ever government forces Visa to ban the card, like what solution do you have?
It needs to be forced by the regulation of the government from where the issuer is. If we see it, probably we will see it with all the non-KYC cards. So it won't be a problem of us. It will be a problem of everyone who will have a non-KYC card. But if that happens, it won't happen suddenly. Okay, that is my guess. Okay, my guessing is not my established knowledge, let's say, but I guess that if that happens, we will have time enough to at least spend the money on the cards or reverse the money from the cards to the wallet. And in that case, that is true. I need to recognize it because there is no other possibility so far. We live in that non KYC world, and it is this is the rules we are having and the situation we have. If that happens, it will be a problem of everyone, every player with non KYC cards, not only us.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But like how the process would look like, is that you expect users, to be able to to refund their funds, like basically to request their funds back, or how would that work?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Talent.
Yeah, so my question is like if these crisis situations, or like however we want to call it, you do have like a mechanism in place that allows your users to
Yep.
withdraw their funds.
Yeah, as I said, when I was explaining the proposal, we have a mechanism to do the reversal. So once the money is in the card, you can reverse the money to the wallet, okay? And the wallet is not the card; it's not controlled by any other provider. Different. I mean, there's no provider in there like a Visa, okay? So it cannot be controlled. And from your wallet, it can be sent to another wallet you have. You are more secure or more comfortable with it or something like that. But at the end of the day, if that happens, the mechanism, it's simple. What we will do is to launch an alert or a message to every cardholder, and we will say, this is happening, okay? You have up to 60 days or 30 days or whatever the period to take the money from your card to your wallet, okay? And the program will be no longer available, let's say.
Yeah, all right, understood. Folks, I would like to take 2 more questions, and then I would like to end the session, at least for Mark, because he actually spoke for quite a while. It's Retro's asking the question: how do funds get spent? How do funds get spent through the card from user's wallet if the user controls their wallet?
How do funds that get spent through the card? Okay, so what you do, okay, to recharge your card is you send money from from wherever you have the money, okay, to the wallet. Once it's in the wallet, okay, inside of the web app, you can choose to send it to the card or send it to another wallet. So what you do inside of the web app, I don't know if that is the question. That is how I understand it. Okay, if I'm understanding it wrong, just let me know. But what you do is to recharge or top up your card from the funds you have inside your wallet, in the web app. Okay.
Okay, he's sending a thumbs up, so I think you're on
Okay. Thank you.
like on the same page. All right, thank you so much, guys, for joining today. Also, thank you so much, Mark. I believe that your proposal is already out. It's open for voting. We'll send a reminder actually also today to the also to the computers that there is a proposal up for voting. I will do this after this call. But I would like to thank you so much, Mark, for actually for coming online and also joining this community, explaining your proposal and answering all the questions. And I would like to also thank you. I would also like to thank everyone for attending also today's proposal session. I think it's really good that we try to support as many builders on the Cubic network as possible. And you guys have been so constructive with your questions too. So I think regardless, Mark, this is good feedback. And I wish you all the best of luck with your votes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this, and whatever will be the result of the votes. Thank you very much for giving us the space to discuss it and to at least to present the proposal. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mark, and also thank you so much to everyone else for joining in today. I wish you a wonderful afternoon. All right. Cheers. Bye-bye, guys.